greatest thing on the planet is the knowledge of self and basically the knowledge of the universe. You have to start thinking this way because the actual gods do not realize they're gods. Stop thinking like a human. You got to start thinking as a god. G-O-D, generator, operator, and destroyer.
Everybody, my name's Trip. I'm here with a new podcast called Life's a Trip. Live and fear every day or take risks and prosper. Today I want to talk about a topic I think don't get a lot of recognition. And that's father. That's growing up without a father and then becoming a father yourself. And I can speak on this because I grew up without a father. I came up without a pops, and I had to learn a lot of things on my own, and I became a father. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I grew up in this foster care system. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up without any, positive male role models, where I had to live a certain type where I had to teach myself everything. I had to survive. I had to struggle. I had to go through some things, teach myself a lot of things, or whatever the case may be. It wasn't until I became a father myself where I started to, elevate. I was about 21, 22 when I had my son. And around that time, I was going through a lot of stuff, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I was lost, I was lost. I allowed certain things from my past, the trauma that I was going through with my past, to dictate how I moved and how I was, how I was living and whatnot, to the point where it kind of started making me move in a different direction as far as, being a father or whatever. I had went through this moment where, like, I went to the psych ward like 8 times, struggling, hating my pops and the relationship I had with my moms and the relationship I had with women and all that. I was letting all that shit get me to the point where I was spiraling out of control. And it wasn't until I got shot that kind of opened my eyes to where, like, my son didn't ask to be here, and I literally could have, my son could have lost his father. So it kind of woke me up to where I had to start making certain decisions and better decisions. And one of the decisions I made was going into the shelter with my son, just me and my son. I reached out to his moms, and we agreed or whatever. She agreed to let me take him to the shelter, which I thank her for, because it changed my life. But I took him. I went into the shelter with my son, and that made me. It opened my eyes to first and foremost what single mothers go through. You know what I'm saying? To the mothers that got to deal with the no help from nobody and having to struggle. I respect single mothers wholeheartedly because of what they had to go through. But just being in the shelter, not being able to work, not having no income, not having no help, like feeling like like no everybody against me, life want me to fail. I still had one foot in and one foot out because I was still ignorant. I was still young-minded. So I started hustling again. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I got to feed my son and I got to do what I got to do. I started hustling again. And I ended up getting cut, with that, trying to be a real dude, trying to be a street dude. You know what I'm saying? Being loyal and all that other, that's another topic. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up getting cut. And January 20th, 2018, and right after I got cut, in February, I signed my lease to my very first apartment. And that's what opened my eyes. Like, that's what's more important. My son becoming a man, doing what I got to do for him. So once I realized that being a street dude held no value, But being a man and a dad and a parent does, that's where I put my energy. And a lot of dudes out here, they make the excuse, she won't let me see my kids, and she won't let me be a father, and I'm not about to deal with all that crazy. Oh, that's bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing a female or nothing they do or say should keep you from doing what you gotta do for your youth. You get what I'm saying? To me, that's a cop out. It's a cop out because at the end of the day, a man is supposed to stand on his pivot. A man is supposed to do what a man is supposed to do. You feel me? Like, it's okay for us to be afraid. It's okay for us to be scared. But a man ain't never supposed to live in fear. Not a fear of being a father, a fear of being a man, a fear of being. We're not supposed to live in fear. You get what I'm saying? So all that, I'm afraid of this or she won't let. Come on now. You feel what I'm saying? These kids ain't asked to be here. So, that's one of my greatest motivations of being the parent that I am today. And then, growing up without a father. You know what I'm saying? Me growing up without a father, I went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I had to experience a lot. I had to handle a lot on my own. You know what I mean? How to be a man and how to be, I'm still figuring out the father role, the dad role, the parent role, and the man role. I'm still figuring these things out. One of the things that helped me is therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to therapy and talking and expressing myself, learning that it's a difference between complaining and expressing yourself. You feel me? Like, it's okay to express how you feel. You never sit and complain about how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Because all that's going to do is allow you to make decisions irrationally. It's always intelligence over rage. You know what I'm saying? So, so me going through the things that I went through, it basically just told me, like, you know what? Like, you got the blueprint. You know what type of father you don't want to be. You know what type of dad you want to be, and you know what type of parent you would love to be. So I had to realize that it's stages. You feel what I'm saying? Because anybody could be a mother and a father. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? Technically, you are a mother and a father because you do the do, and you have the baby out, mother and father. But at what point or what moment do you become a mom and a dad? At what point do you elevate and become a parent? You get what I'm saying? And when you sit back and you start realizing that, you become better at this. There's no right or wrong way to, take care of children. We all gonna make mistakes. You just gotta stop making excuses for the mistakes. You get what I'm saying? You gotta stop making excuses for the mistakes. And I was one of those dudes that I made a lot of excuses. I made a lot of complaint a lot. I blamed everybody else for what I didn't have and what I wasn't doing and how I did all that. You feel what I'm saying? I did all that. But it wasn't until I experienced the things that I experienced to open my eyes to say, like, my son needs me more than anything. And my biggest fear is him getting a phone call that he'll never see his dad again. So because I fear that, it motivates me to change my the way I think, the way I act, and the way I move. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Like, I'm not trying to prove to nobody that I'm a real dude. Because a lot of y'all y'all trying to prove y'all real to somebody that's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, I'm trying to show you that I'm a man. And then when you become a man, then we can have a conversation. But until then, I don't care about who this and who that. I lived that life. I did all that. Everything that these grown men are doing today, I did that as a child. You know what I'm saying? I've been outside since I was 10 years old. I did that as a child. You feel me? I didn't wait till I turned 20, 30 years old to become a gang member. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wait till I became in my 20s and my 30s to sell. I didn't do none of that. You feel me? I did that in my youth because that's what I had to go through. I had to go from point A to get to point Z. You feel what I'm saying? My struggle taught me how to survive. The obstacles taught me how to survive. And that made me the man that I am today. And I take pride in being a parent. I love being a father. You feel what I'm saying? I love that. I love making my son happy. I love seeing that look on his face when I show up to his school plays, and I show up to the teacher parent conference, and I show up to the workshops in the morning, and I join the PTA, and I'm there at the games, or I'm there for the school projects and the homework, and I love all that. The graduate, I love all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna celebrate them, and I'm gonna be and I'm saying I'm gonna be that one, because that's who I'm gonna be that one. When it comes to my son, I'm not afraid to show my emotions and show my love. I'm not afraid at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to humans, like when it comes to adults, like, you know, dealing with the adult world and all that, I can't, you know, I'm skeptical on showing my love and my emotions and my feelings and all that. But when it comes to children, my nieces, my nephews, I take pride in that. I take pride in that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, I just wanted to share my story and share this message with y'all, and just pray that, you know, some of you dudes wake up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, stop blaming the women for what you're not doing. You feel what I'm saying? Women, stop blaming the men for what you're not, like, take accountability. That's all. Just take accountability. But yeah, you know, this is my name is Trip, and once again, this is my new segment, Life's a Trip. Living fair every day, or take risks and prosper. I hope y'all enjoy, and, you know, more content coming soon.
The greatest thing on the planet is the knowledge of self, and basically the knowledge of the universe. You have to start thinking this way, because the actual gods do not realize they're gods. Stop thinking like a human. You got to start thinking as a god.